Workbenches are good, right? Horizontal surfaces are good, but not, I'm blessed with a lot of space. You don't have as much space as I, right?
That's true.
And so the ability to collapse it, to break it down when you're not using it is a pretty cool thing.
Absolutely. The idea of having additional kind of on-demand horizontal workspace is a huge plus.
So what we're looking at here is a product called a Centipede, and this all collapses. You're going to see that in the video that we're going to run. But I'll tell you what amazes me is how strong, it's like a little exoskeleton, and once it's all put together, it really can take a heck of a load. One of the things you pointed out, which I think is cool, is if you're working away from your shop, the ability to fold this up and take, and you said something about like when I have to work at my kid's house or whatever, and we all end up in those scenarios.
Absolutely.
Very easy to take this with you. In the video, people are going to see this configuration, but let's show them something a little bit different. So let me, you be Vanna White for a second.
I do that well.
I'm going to buy a vowel. All right, so like I said, this setup you're going to see in the video we're going to run in a little bit, but I'm going to take that off of there for now. And then we're going to get our X's and O's back. We're going to get our X's back. Because the other thing, in addition to that MDF top with the 3/4 inch holes in it, the other thing we can do is put these brackets on and standard 2x4s as cross pieces. So one of the things that's cool about this is track saws are real prevalent these days. So the ability to put a piece of plywood on here and buck it down by cutting right through the plywood, you treat that 2x as a piece of sacrificial material. The other things Paul laid out for us here are, it's like a holdfast. So when I push this into that 3/4 inch hole and I put a little bit of down pressure on it, it in turn is going to put pressure on whatever is below it there. Should we watch a video?
Sounds great.
Let's watch some TV. Let's make a work surface and don't blink or you'll miss it. How's that? Pretty cool.
It's extremely cool. One of the questions we get a lot at GOA is what's the best way to rip down a sheet of plywood? And I'm always kind of embarrassed that I don't have a really good answer to that. This really provides a collapsible setup that can be brought out when you need to break down some plywood, easily set up and sturdy enough for the job.
Well, and it's worth pointing out, this is the 2-foot by 4-foot model. There is also a 4-foot by 4-foot model. So if you were conveniently, frequently working with larger sheets, that would give you the opportunity to get that on a little bit bigger bed in order to cut that stuff down. And it's at a good height too. That another question we get all the time: how high should my workbench be? And that act of getting the heel of your hand on a bench is a really good way to establish your workbench height, and that's right there. All right. Nice product, convenient ability to take it with you or just set it up as needed in your own shop.